on Worldwide Gaming.
We're at EB Expo. I interview the guys at Battlefield 4. Liz talks to the cosplayers on the show floor. I review Gears of War Judgement. And I talk to the guys at Turn 10 about Forza 5. Hello and welcome to Worldwide Gaming. We're coming from an EB Games shop. We're actually at EB Games Expo in Sydney in 2013. I'm here with Liz, the newest crew member. How you going?
I'm excited, really excited. There's no other word for it.
There's a lot of stuff going to be happening here. There's a lot of PS4 stuff that we can actually touch and play in Xbox. And is there anything that you're looking forward to the most? Or
I am definitely looking forward to the community hub and the panels. But most of all, I think I'm looking forward to Battlefield 4.
All right, let's check it out.
Heads up, Commander is online.
The commander is the only player on the team that has a unique overview over the entire battle. From there you can provide orders and assets, but the range of assets that you have at your disposal is directly connected to your team's performance under your command.
I'm here at EB Expo in Sydney in 2013. I'm here to talk about Battlefield 4. Now, I'm not going to lie, I am like the biggest Battlefield fan. I've been playing Battlefield 1, 2, Vietnam, Special Forces, 2142. The thing that's getting me most excited about Battlefield 4 is the Commander mode in multiplayer. So can you tell us a bit how Commander mode works?
So Commander mode is definitely inspired by what we had back in Battlefield 2, 2142. I mean, the whole thing, especially for people who don't know, is that in Battlefield, whether you want to lone wolf or team play is up to you. But if you do want to team play, you can team them up in squads. Now up to 5 players, where one is squad leader. Squad leader can give order to the squad. But in order to organize all of these squads on the battlefield, we have commander mode. One commander per team. Nowadays they're also outside of, so you can have 64 plus 2 players. And as a commander, you have a bird's eye view over the entire battlefield. These days we don't do mixed, being on the battlefield or commander, you're only commander. So from there you can provide critical intelligence, and you have different assets depending on how your team is doing to support them in the battle. So it's key that you work together as a team, listening to the commander's order, and if the commander isn't doing a good job, you can initiate the mutinies. So we hope that core loop is really solid, and in addition to that, we also added it on the go, so you can have it on your iPad or your Android tablet. So sit in a cafe or sit home in your sofa, it's up to you.
So let's talk about what kind of things commanders can do. So in 2142 and 2, they had UAVs, you could drop vehicle drops. What specifically can you do in Battlefield 4 as a commander?
So we have a couple of things. We have the basic tools, kind of what you could call them level-based tools. You have them by default. That gives you the UAV to look for enemies. You have EMP to scout or to break up the other teams, other commanders' UAV. So we really want to build more on the tug of war between the two commanders this time around. And of course, providing orders.
Yeah.
Then we have a number of assets that are connected in, for example, in Conquest, are connected to the bases. So if you take a specific base, you might get access to a vehicle scan, which covers the whole map, or infantry scan, or the AC-130 gunship that then spawns in on your command, and your team can jump in and use it both as a spawn point and, of course, position to gun down enemies.
All right. Talking about the maps, though, Battlefield 4 has dynamic maps. So in the previous Battlefields, including Bad Company, you had certain buildings could be destroyed and parts of the walls blown off. However, in this one, whole buildings can tumble down that have points on top of them and stuff. So how does that kind of work? Is that in every map, or is it only certain maps? And how is that going to affect gameplay while playing multiplayer?
So overall, we have this concept of levolution, and it brings in destruction. It brings in the new dynamic waters. We have water surfaces that can go from flat to raging sea. And then we have the concept of levolution, which is interaction points. So it can be everything from racing bollards in the street to block the tanks that's coming in, or bring down shutters to at least get your back free from enemies, to not get dog tagged or stabbed. And up to the bigger events, like bringing down a skyscraper. Of course, in the city we have an open beta right now, the city of Shanghai, we won't bring down every building, but we do add so much destruction we possibly can in all the areas where we feel it will highly affect gameplay. Also, you have these epic events like in the open beta on Siege of Shanghai. If you want to bring down that huge skyscraper and thereby bringing down the control point, you shoot out the pillars and bring it down, and suddenly you have a new peninsula, you have a control point in the rubble to fight over. So overall, what we're really trying to do is, on these biggest maps, we give you as much destruction as possible, and on the more open maps, expect to be able to level basically anything.
Awesome. All right, I'm definitely excited. I'm waiting for for when it comes out later this year, so I can get my hands on it finally. All right, thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. My pleasure.
It's raining mutons and sectoids outside with the release of XCOM Enemy Within on the 15th of November for PC, 360 and PS3. The heat is rising with the upcoming Steam controller slated for a 2014 release. Make sure your weather radar is in working order for the release of World of Warplanes, out November 12 for PC.